Hey, good timing. When's the next mini set coming out? Uh, I think they announced that it's going to be revealed in the next like 24 hours, and then they'll give us an actual date. Um, at least within like a week from tomorrow, I'd expect. Maybe the latest would be like, I don't know, Thursday the 16th. It might be coming out by like Thursday the 9th. Probably coming out by Tuesday the 14th or Thursday the 16th, one of those. But nothing confirmed yet, as far as I know. Alright, up against the Druid. Druid's a bit tougher for our deck. Okay. So we need to try to dodge some swipe shenanigans. Why does my deck tracker tell me that they have 2 coins? It's confusing. Just keep trying to protect the board a little bit. They can't swipe clear everything. Well, I mean, coin and location swipe is perfect. But I think this is still the best play that we have available. Do I think Hemet would be more playable if it applied an effect like Saddle Up as a battle cry, where you get a legendary to your hand as opposed to Hemet needing to be alive? I don't think it would be playable unless it summoned things onto the board. Like, just putting something in your hand. There's a pool of way too many really bad things. There's too many conditions to be met. It's crazy how useful these 2/1s are. I can't get out of range for the minions to be relevant. Swipe still just ruins my day. Or a spell damage on swipe. I mean, I assume that if they had it, they were using it already, I guess. Make 2/2s and full send. Hope that they don't have location plus swipe. There's not really much else that could handle this board. And they were holding a coin. So if they had it, they surely should have used it. Right? You were just thinking because we're running Ball of Spiders. Well, first off, it's one of the weaker cards. Second, it's cheaper. And third, it is, in and of itself, a 3-beast summon on the board right away, which synergizes well with multiple other things that we have in our deck. Like the location, and a Saddle Up, and a Ziliax, and so on. Ooh. It looks like I'm 1 off lethal. They can't Fi, though. I can just hold back the burst. There's a chance that they could, like, find some armor gain. I don't know. If they put taunts up, I guess maybe this... No, it still should get there. Even through the hero power. Yeah, okay. This works. Now, it was 1 off with kill command hero power, but it's fine. We had the setup to kill them. Nice. I just didn't really want to commit the kill command on the previous turn because it could have enabled them to try to go for a different line that's surviving, because we would have set them to 1 health and they could have hero powered to get to 2, and then button still kills them. So instead we just make sure we weave in the hero power on the previous turn and just flood the board so they focus on board clear, and then we burn kill them. Worked out. Feels good. Alright, Hunter Mirror going first. Not too shabby. Monkey's a pretty good draw for the mirror match too. It's a monkey fight. Well, the monkey's very helpful for them, since it does block the chip damage here. Does Ziliax actually just win in this spot? It's really strong, even though it's like annoying to not get it for cheaper. I think it still makes sense. Just full clear their board. We have Observer, Tremors, and a Worm to buff everything again. Oh, they have kill command? Damn it. It's still fine. You just take the value hit, keep them off board still. This is a really tough spot to recover from. Yeah, monkeys are amazing in the mirror. So our follow-ups, we have a lot of really good options. The 2 worms, the jungle gym. Could be just like a monkey, a gym, and a worm. I like that a lot. They play Rampage here. Oh, makes sense. Okay. So it could max out on Jungle Gym clicks, but I think it's better to have the monkey up still. Wait, I don't like lethal, do I? I should probably look at that. That's a lot. I probably lethal them, actually. I was gonna go with a different line, but I think they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. Wow, that's kind of insane. Good boy, Huffer. We had another play that would have almost certainly won the game in a we're not going to lose situation just by playing the monkey and the location and a worm. But, you know, I prefer lethal. Unleash the Hounds and man, I wish that Unleash the Hounds, like actual Unleash the Hounds, 3 mana, summon the charge minions. I wish that was back. I miss it. I miss it every day. The other play is inferior, not because it's not lethal, but because no oink oink. Good point, Kikyo. You miss OG Face Hunter? Taste my steel? Yeah. Good times. Alright. I'm queued into a warrior. I'm fine with keeping a Tremors just to have a card to play on turn 1. And we likely would coin out the worm. Just to have a 3-1 threatening to push some chip damage early. Now we have a better option. We'll just play a Salesman. And the main thing we're looking for, of course, is just saddle up anyway. I think it was Wolf Rider, yeah. Hey, look at us finding the saddle up. I maybe should have coined out another thing, but I do want to save the coin for a saddle up turn, and it's always possible that the more I extend, some minions can just get cleared out. I should Thorn Mantle here, though, right? Which means I should have ordered this differently. Whoops. I'll just try to protect the board a little bit more. Yo, what's up, Schmoopy? Hey, thanks for the raid. Much appreciated. Hope it was a good stream. Alright, so the play there should have been Observer, Thornmantle, Coin, Salesman. Wow. Okay. They are making it impossible to stick the additional minion for saddle up. I'll just take the 3. It's good enough, I guess. Pretty frustrating that they had so many early game cheap removal cards. Because 4 saddle up compared to 3 saddle up is a very big difference. But, you know, we still have decent options here. I think we go like Patchwork and a Leok, and then maybe next turn we plan on the Observer buffs. And this should be a 2-3 though, this Thorn Mantle. Surely I won't miss lethal by 1, right? Oh. That is probably better in this spot. Just to protect the death rattles. I like it. Yeah, what's up, Tom Carter? How are you? Shmoopy, you played XL Reno Cthulhu Shutterwalk Shaman, and it didn't totally suck. There's a lot of words. Okay, they're kind of dying. The monkeys are helping a lot here. I guess this is where we just go for... Actually, technically it's best of Misha, right? I could also camo mount, too. It's reasonable as well. I just kind of want to keep the Huffer burst held back. So if I sell out on Huffer now, I don't have the follow-up, and Misha doesn't get better for a buff than this spot. Although technically I could have just used a worm for a buff. This looks fine. I mean, we still have the 3 death rattles to protect it behind 2 taunts. Could get Titan online for 2 turn lethal. I think this is better, though. Eat rat. All right. 2 of our 3 death rattles were kind of low rolls, but they're still basically dead here. I don't see how they get out of it with their remaining 3 mana. They already knew that I was holding Huffer. Okay. Good boy, Huffer. Have a buff. Sweet. Nice. Huffer will be 5/3. Did I not play another beast for the buff on Thorn Mantle? I couldn't even remember. But order-wise for max damage, I actually couldn't play Huffer first for a buff. It's okay, we buffed him anyway, though. Nice flex, Schmoopy. I love it. Each. That's the best message. Saddle up carries? Yeah, saddle up was still the main reason we were winning that game. Just a board that was fully resilient to clears. Oh, the bird buff. Oh, yeah, that also looked like I shouldn't do that because I could use the bird to get through the taunt when I double buffed it. It's okay, though. Huffer still got a buff. It was even better. Let's full keep this hand. This is the kind of hand that Swipe doesn't like to face, right? Thorn Mantle into monkeys, and then we can buff up the Rampage to a point where it's actually good. Is this the perfect 30? I'm conflicted about people's opinions on like what they call a perfect 30 or something. It's the 30 that I like the most for the time being. Okay, toy chest with no spell damage up is nice for us. They don't get the copy. Just digging for a swipe probably still. I'm just going to try to have as many minions as possible to set up for the Rampage being good. I want them at 4/4s. If they do remove something here, though, maybe we just go camo mount. Any swipes? No swipe. They still get to remove, though. I'd play a 1-mana card and coin the Rampage. Spell damage incoming. Makes things real clunky. I think camo mount's probably the best bet in this spot now. Well, I mean, I don't know. I did literally just draw the one. Yeah, I could camo mount later. Because of this, I should probably play the Salesman, coin the Rampage to get 4/4s. It's so much harder to use their spell damage swipe to actually clear. That I have to have double swipe, and, well, I'm probably always losing to double swipe. Alright, let's make some 4/4s. As long as you keep yourself out of Treants and Roar range, this matchup is easy. Well said. Of course, you would have both of your main decked swipes in the top 14 cards of your deck, along with a 0-mana 3/4 taunt and your spell damage location up. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? Well, I guess I lose. Absolute disaster. I mean, technically I should probably concede, because the game's already over. They won on turn 6 with that play. That was the Omega Nuts. I don't know what to do. I mean, they'd have to... Okay, of course you also have gift. Double gift in hand. Okay, wow. Okay. I don't know what the other 13 cards in their deck are, but would have much preferred them to draw some of those instead of the only 4 cards that mattered. Well, 5, because the location was super necessary too. Ugh, that sucked. Four swipes, Pog. At that point, Tharison was also GG. Yes, the well-known Emperor Tharison card in Standard. You can't actually play it in Standard. You just have to find the warrior in Hearth first. Oh, you're fine. Say what you like. Alright, up against a Warlock. I don't know how to beat them. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to keep 2 Saddle Up and Snakes. And maybe that gives us enough of a chance. Go with the Worm pressure line early. And then try to Snake Saddle Up on 4. And in the meantime, if they clear out the board I develop, I lose. So if they have Crescendo now, it's at least kind of an awkward turn. That is another card that ruins every single one of my plans. Should I concede? I mean, probably, right? I could have saved myself time and conceded when I queued into a Warlock. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes they don't have the perfect card, right? That is possible. I mean, I've heard that it's possible. I haven't seen the evidence of it being possible. But I've heard rumors. Is the Warlock matchup really that bad? I mean, you can try to beat them with chip damage and then burst, but then they pop Gar and you die. Or you could develop a wider board and then they crescendo and then you don't have any board and you can't win. Or apparently they can Gem Tosser on turn 3 against your 3/3/1s and have all 3 hits perfectly kill your 3/1s and push 0 face damage, and you lose that way too. So lots of ways to lose and not a whole lot of ways to win. And I have to trade, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, they have Healing, Board Flood, and Clear. And Insane Burst potential. Like I was talking about earlier when I queued into a Warlock during the Brawl, I mentioned that the matchup doesn't really have a whole lot to do with any of the decisions that you make. It has to do with how their draw went. For example, I can make a bunch of 1/1s, and if they don't have Crescendo and they choose not to clear because they've already made a really wide board, then I could possibly have a chance with Saddle Up on the next turn. That's about all I got. Our draws also have not been great because we kind of needed more 1-mana cards to have like more of a flood for the Saddle Ups. There was a different world where they maybe didn't draw their Thornveil Tentacle on my 2 Stealth Minions board, and I could have top decked another Sneaky Snakes or something and played Saddle Up, and we have a chance that way. But, you know, I don't know what to do. I think I just always lose. I'll just do this and concede when they have one of the good cards. Or also, if they just elect to not trade into the board, then I lose. I mean, if they elect to trade into the board, then I lose. Or if they send everything face, I'm at 9 health, and then I lose. So, I don't know. It comes down to, like, crazy good high rolls from Saddle Up, and also, like, the worst hand of all time for them, and then we also draw really well. Like, there's a million conditions that need to be met for me to have any chance. And even then, I think I still probably lose. It's a horrendous matchup. What's up, Duckbird? How you doing? I mean, I did lose this matchup from the other side, but that's because I Omega through and forgot how cards worked. Yeah, and they just take trades to deny any board presence for us permanently, which is also tantamount to us just never being able to win. I'll just leave. I can't win. That game was won on turn 3. It was winnable theoretically if they did not have Trog Gem Tosser or Crescendo or Trolley Problem. So there's about 6 cards that they could have had on turn 3 that we possibly were beating. Or like if they didn't have any of those 6 cards, we were possibly in a spot where maybe we could have won. I mean, sure, Gem Tosser probably on average, though, kills 1 or 2 of those minions. At least 1, and maybe 2. It's like half the time you'd expect it to kill 2. It killed 3, which was obviously a high roll for them, but also didn't really matter, because if it killed 1, they still would have just traded their 2-1 into the surviving 3-1, and I just have a single 3-1, and then I still don't have much of a board to saddle up anyway, which is kind of what I had to have a chance. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just a really, really big problem for this deck. Decent opening hand here. Prep Gear Shift. Are they the other rogue? No, probably not. All right. Don't top deck Drilly, please. Hey, they didn't top deck it. They just already had it. That's fine. I can live with it. It's not that fine, but you know, it's fine. So what? We coin the Rampage here. Yeah. Make the 3s is good. It dodges the Geode roll too. So they'd have to like have another excavate and hit exactly the collapse. None of the others really matter. No worries, Vex. GG. I was just talking about how, like, it hardly matters with Hunter against Warlock. It's just a million things that I can't beat. I think it's a insanely bad matchup for Hunter. Okay, well, this is a really good spot here. Well, we just, is it Leok? I suppose it's Leok. Like, it could have been Misha just to protect, because I already get the buff, but so much damage. Really? Okay, just your average 2-drop, I guess. Another 6 health taunt. It's cool. It's fine. Is that too expensive? Or is that playable? It's too expensive, right? By 1? They already used their discount. That's a 6/6 Ziliax that costs 4 right now. Unlucky, dude. Okay, now you have 2 mana. Now it costs 3. And you're still dead. Okay. Now you have 1 mana for a stick up. So you're dead? Hey. Nice. What's my favorite Hunter card of all time? I mean, my answer's kind of always been Deathstalker Rexar, because it was really fun to, like, play with zombies and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, my original love was Unleash the Hounds. I think it's the better answer, because I still want Unleash the Hounds back in Standard. And Deathstalker Rexar would be, well, is pure garbage when it comes to Standard. Like, if you get it off the Hearth, if you're running Hearth in your deck, you're usually really disappointed. You're like, oh, I got this one. So, you know, I think maybe I need to change my answer to Unleash the Hounds. I love that card. Is this an Observer? This is a rough looking start here. Very bad hand. I don't want to trade Snake Oil and not develop. I guess I'll just play the Observer out. Maybe it prompts a Bladestorm or something. Aki, you're trying to decide what to play now? Well, that Warlock that I played a couple games ago is a pretty good option if you like winning games. It beats the hell out of Warrior and also looks like it might not have any unfavorables. And if you're on the flip side and you, like, hate Hunter or something, then maybe Paladin is for you. Showdown Paladin is very powerful and also happens to counter Hunter pretty hard. Alright. Not the best looking start. This would definitely be the kind of draw that can lose to Warrior, even in a favorable. What's up, Memnarch? Ups and downs. Yeah, I loved Hydralodon. Hydralodon was amazing. I miss that card. Satanic, you thought it'd be Dinomancy? I tried to make Dinomancy work for a while. Card was very bad. But it was a cool concept for a bit. Yikes. I don't know. This is all I got. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here either. I mean, there's too many easy clears, right? I'm just gonna go face. But like this trade in Bladestorm is something I could have blocked by trading here. I'm just gonna hope they don't have Bladestorm. Oh, they have Bladestorm. You always have Bladestorm in top 8 cards. Okay, this also looks bad. Can't seem to find any opportunity for saddle up. There's maybe something. The clock is ticking too fast for us here as far as like the window of opportunity we have to actually kill them, which I need like pressure and a wider board and a saddle up, and none of those things are happening. I mean, I guess I make 3 minions. It is what it is. And there's the second saddle up, which maybe can do enough. There's a lot of clears online. Bellowing Flames is pretty bad for us. Sanitize is not really that big of a deal. And we know they have a Forge card in hand. I mean, Sanitize is probably a net loss for them. If they had Bellowing, there's a good chance they'd play it there, but not when they're also holding Aftershocks. So for those keeping track at home, their top 10 cards, they have 3 of their must-have cards by like turn 6 in the Forge card and Bladestorm and Aftershocks. So that's cool. Another full clear again. Amazing. Did I just concede again here? I mean, I don't know, man. This, now I guess I'll just pray they never find Reno, right? That would be the new plan. Just wait and full turn 7 combo with a bunch of minions on board. Thanks, Rhett. I appreciate the tip. All right. And maybe they won't have Reno. Bright side, though, if they do have Reno, I can just immediately concede and save time. It would be nice, though, if they didn't have, like, 3 perfect cards in the top third of their deck, and then also Reno at the perfect time with a coin. Like, that would be cool. I would appreciate that. And I would not appreciate a roped Reno. But they don't trade if they're playing Reno here, so that's a good sign. Perhaps this game is winnable. Okay, not a good sign. Brawled, so they're probably holding Bellowing, and they're going to coin Bellowing. Oh. That probably the one we didn't want to live, considering. But we rolled Mecha Leaper. That's actually quite good. I mean, unless it kills this mech, too. Surely it wouldn't happen like that, right? Nice. Look at us with a chance, possibly. All right. It's Rush again. It's literally always rush when the minion is on board and can attack. Amazing. Alright, well, they didn't have Reno last turn. Maybe they don't top deck it, and maybe they're not holding Ziliax. It's actually insane how often it's rush. But never if you're buffing a minion that was not already on the board and had the ability to attack. Then it's actually never rush. In the only scenario where rush could actually be helpful, it's never rush then. Alright. So still looking winnable. Well, not exactly, right? Yeah, that draws Ziliax, which beats me. I don't know. I kind of... What am I going to do? Not attack? Yeah, I don't know, man. Just play out the cards. Are there other minions that they would... It's weird to run Talon in the first place, right? But, like, they should be running a Ziliax. And that should basically win this game. But maybe their most expensive is Bran. No, it is a Ziliax. All right, we're back to unwinnable. You can't do Bran most expensive anymore because of Tendi's nerf. Unlucky. Yeah, I mean, it's not worth hanging around here. Another favorable matchup. I've lost a few to Warrior lately that have felt absolutely miserable. Where they just have drawn so well and we've just drawn so incredibly poorly. It's to be expected, right? A Highlander deck always draws better. Hey, nice, Sakad. Okay, if you want to punish Brand Warriors, play that Fatigue Warlock deck. Okay, this is weird. My stats say I'm 4-1 against Paladin with this deck. That makes absolutely no sense. Paladin's our hardest counter. But I don't know, I just queued into the deck that I counter, and I got rolled by it. So maybe the world went topsy-turvy. Or I just lose all of them, you know, one of those. How did the last game go? You got an ad? Not well, Memnarch. Not well. You took the suggested Automaton deck for Warrior. Holy hell with a bit of tweaking. Throw in Yogg in prison, it becomes nasty. A Yogg enjoyer. Love it. Glad it's working for you. Yeah, just clear up stuff. These will die at the end of the turn. Let's just attack him in. Not enough to try to make a wide buffed board yet. So many things that always beat us with Paladin. We just kind of have to hope they don't have the good cards. I guess that's manageable for now. All right. Anything but boring. Oh, thank you for the follow, Zakad Utah. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, Yogg has been known to do that. Absolutely can ruin anyone's day. Fun fact, you didn't realize that if your Titan gets frozen, it can't use abilities. Not the most intuitive thing right off the bat. Yeah, I agree. But, it does make sense. There's just double worm here with the Ziliax. Ziliax always gets played. And obviously the saddle up. What if I don't play the worms, though? What if I just have slightly less things on a saddle up and a taunt? I do like getting the taunt up here. Just smork a little bit. I think this is fine. And then the taunt's just like really annoying. I could have gone with more... Hey, nice. I think they agreed that was the right play. Maybe it didn't matter.